Hi, my name is Tomás Gailanes, and I'm presenting Reducing the Negative Impact of Multinational Corporations in Developing Countries from an Environmental Perspective. So first, the definition of key terms: multinational corporations, or MNCs. So according to the Encyclopedia Britannica, a multinational corporation is any corporation that is registered and operates in more than one country at a time. Environmental impact. So according to Abdallah, 2017, environmental impacts are changes in the environment resulting from an activity that has an adverse effect on the land, water, wildlife, or inhabitants of the area or ecosystem. Thomas Abdallah is the Vice President and Chief Engineer of the MTA for New York City. The developing countries. So according to the Cambridge Dictionary, a developing country is a country with little industrial and economic activity, where people generally have low incomes. Environmental perspective. So this is my perspective, and in developing countries, multinational corporations are harming the environment since these are more likely to have lax environmental regulations. These pour their waste into rivers, oceans, and landfills, contaminating the environment and damaging the ecosystems of the country they establish on, according to PRI 2020. My teammates' perspectives are the economic and social perspective. Now, why is the environmental perspective important? Well, for preserving our ecosystems. Our ecosystems are responsible for providing humanity with clean air, water, and food, and also raw materials. All these are indispensable for our survival. It's also important to raise awareness. Now, people tend to look at MNCs as a positive thing for the country, since it has a lot of economic benefits. But it's important to criticize and raise an awareness towards the issues that these may present for the environment. For my local perspective, I chose Cerrejón. Now, Cerrejón is the largest open pit coal mine in Latin America, and it's located in La Guajira, Colombia. It has been the focus of controversy since a non-governmental organization, or NGO, presented 3 complaints to the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, according to El Tiempo. El Tiempo is a national newspaper that has been active since 1911. Now, these are the 3 organizations that have been accused of ignoring compliance with multiple sentences ordered by the Colombian court. The first one is the ESB, the second one is the CMC, and the third one are 3 companies, the BHP, Glencore, and Anglo American. Now, for my global perspective, I chose India. In 2019, India was facing a drought, and it threatened groundwater supplies across the whole country. Some citizens were blaming Coca-Cola for aggravating the situation. We know Coca-Cola is one of the biggest MNCs globally. This is according to ThoughtCo. Now, there are a couple of solutions, but this is one that has been implemented by some MNCs. Now, some of these have set environmental goals for decades to come. However, these are not being fulfilled, as described in the article of Issues in Science and Technology. Now, since this article of Issues in Science and Technology, MNCs are not fulfilling their environmental goals, which makes it clear that this is not a viable solution, and there is a need for a short-term and more viable solution. In Colombia, there are over 700 MNCs that over the past 11 years have invested $37.378 million, according to Semana, which is a weekly newspaper in Colombia. Now, since taking this into account, it's important that Colombia implements laws that limit the negative environmental impact caused by all these multinationals, so the environment could be a lot better and the society happier. Now, my solution is government action, and in various countries this has already been done. Governments have started to take action and have implemented new laws that protect the environment, proving that this has worked before. Some examples are setting mine locations away from societies or limiting the amount of pollutants that can be used by MNCs. Some difficulties that may present this solution is that it would take a great effort for the government to put aside economic and political interests with MNCs. For my conclusion, with enough pressure, the government would be forced to act upon environmental laws that would help protect the environment and the societies that inhabit it. Thank you.